go. All right. Okay, we cooking with Jay. There we go.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Plate It. Today we're doing a family favorite, collard greens. We're gonna get started, but I have a surprise for you today. My sister, Deborah, is gonna be here and she's gonna go ahead and walk us through it. Since this collard greens recipe has been with us in the family for so long, I decided to have Deborah tell us about it. So let's get started. Thank you for watching our channel.
Hello everyone. Today we have some collard greens. Collards are really good in the winter time, and if you can find some greens that are nice and tender, not a big heavy bunch, and a nice thinner stem, and also your stems, they have a nice good flavor in them. If you just take a piece and then you smell, you can smell that rich flavor. And that is what we're gonna try to extract today, is some of that rich flavor. So your first step, you just undo your bunch, and then you just go through them first. That's your first step. You wanna take them and just, examine, see what you have, and see how pliable they are. What we're gonna do is, let's see, we're gonna try to get them sized up. And yeah, and some of the smaller leaves that we have, actually, these are nice and kind of tender. These smaller ones, what I'm gonna do is that we can actually cut all the way up the stem. And I'm gonna show you, we're gonna take some of that base out. And because the farther up these go, they're tender. And then we will take these smaller ones and then just do a chiffonade is what they're officially called, but just, bunch them up. And then we're going to then shred. But we're not to that stage yet. We're just sizing up what we have. So I'm gonna continue to size. And with the larger ones, what we'll do is we'll stem these all the way up. And gonna go up as far as you can. And then when you wind up, you're gonna have the larger ones looking like this. And then once you get all of them stemmed up, the smaller ones to the larger ones stem, hold your stems to the side in a pile, and you're gonna pile them all into the pile because we're gonna work with these in a little bit. Hold on, and we're gonna clear up and get this stage going. Now, what we also have to do is we're going to fry these greens today in a lovely black skillet. So we have some salt pork, we have a little bacon grease, we have a jalapeno pepper, some red pepper, black ground pepper, kosher salt, and we have some fresh okra. Once we get our pile of stems together, we're going to put those in a saucepan, and we're going to boil them with a little bit of water to make a little bit of broth, fresh broth, for our greens. And we're going to put a little piece of salt pork into that boiling water and a little salt, and we're going to boil our stems down just to get us a rich broth. So when we go to fry our greens, and when we just don't have to add water, we'll add our own homemade broth. And it makes a big difference. All right now, Mark. So now we have them sized up. And the reason why we do size them up is because you want to have like sizes or like pieces all the same, because these larger ones we stemmed all the way out, and so then we're going to wash them, and then we're going to have to cut them chiffonade, almost like a shred, like coleslaw.
Like coleslaw?
Like coleslaw. So the smaller ones, since they have a nice delicate stem, they are tender, so we can chiffonade, and then we can shred these up just as is. So like sizes. And then the stems, what we got off the larger ones, we are going to make our broth with that. Exactly. We're going to wash them as well. Mm-hmm. And when you do go to wash, we're going to wash in a nice full sink of cold water, and then add a little ice if your hands can stand it. Some ice, and the ice will freshen your greens and bring them to life. So the first step would be, when we go to the sink, we're going to wash the stems up first and then put them on the bowl, because that's going to take a while to, and as we process the greens, we'll go forward from there. Okay. And now off to the sink, okay?
All right, let's go. All right, we got that in there. You want me to slice a
piece of jalapeno?
Mm-hmm. All right, and we've got it on now. And Deborah, you want me to just add a little salt?
Just add a little salt. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's to your taste.
Yeah.
So then you can add more later if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then all you need to do is just, it's only a few, so you can just wash these one by one. Really good down in the water, really good. And then just break them in half to get that flavor going. And we're gonna put them in a strainer, and then we're gonna put them down into our pot. And you can tell them what you're doing.
Well, we're getting the soft pork sliced up right now, because we're going to actually add it to the iron skillet. And we're going to fry it off and get the oil from the salt pork to fry the greens. And that's what we're doing right now. Now, Deborah, typically when you do this, are we rinsing off the salt off of this at all? Or this is one of those where it's not really salty?
That's not very
Not like that.
salty. You can rinse it though. Rinse it after you.
Okay.
Just a rinse, simple rinse.
All right. I'm gonna rinse our okra off right now so we can stick it in the pot for the stock that we're making the broth in. And that's what we're doing now. So I'm going to start with the large ones, Deborah.
Yep, that's fine. Just makes it easier. Seems like it's tedious, but not really.
Are you gonna soak them? Is that what you're doing?
I think you got to wash each leaf in a way.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Before you cut them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have the water running or anything?
No.
No.
You get plenty of water in there. You know, full, nice full. Nice full soup. Don't wash. You just have a few.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't have a lot.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's done its job, you guys. And I'm going to take it out, slide it off the heat, and get a saucer and put it nice paper towel to get it to drain. Because all that good, as the young kids say, is in the bottom of that skillet. And that is just what we want. There we are. And we're gonna hold on to that skillet. I'm gonna turn my eye off until we get all our greens shredded. You don't want your okra to get slimy on you. You just want it cooked too. So I'm gonna pick those pieces out. And that water, you know, flavored it.
So about 4 or 5 minutes on the okra to make it al dente.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you, as you can see, our stems are coming along nicely. They're nice and tender. And now roll it tight. Tight as you can. And then you're gonna slice it fine as you can. You know, like our auntie said.
Mm-hmm. She sure did.
Thin as you can.
Mm-hmm.
because when you put it in there, the skillet's going to go down. You're going to need to bring the heat back up. Let it cook so crazy. You want to get them all incorporated.
Starting to look good.
Finish those off and stir that, and I'll get the red pepper.
Maggie said this is the most important part. That's the oil on it.
And just incorporate little by little till you get all your back in. You just have 2 small bunches. You're going to work with those like that. I'm going to put in about an eighth, just a tenth of red pepper. Simple mind for this. I'm just going to stir-fry those. Go on and pour them because we're going to cook these for a little bit. Okay. To me, I need salt in them. I tasted them. So now I tasted my greens. They are on point. And what I want to do now, because they are done, is just lay my okra, because you know they're al dente, they're fork tender, and we don't want them to be gooey. So we're just gonna put them in just for getting some more flavor in that broth, and bring this dish together. And it's your preference, but I like to put a little bit of black pepper on top of my okra, and that's optional.